All right. Judges, make sure we get the thumbs up so we know that we are ready to go all across the board. We've got a ready over there. We got a ready over there. We got a ready over here. Baby, let's go. It is session 2, dynamite time. Let's get it down together in 3, 2, 1. Tetris! Here we go. Absolutely awesome. We are ready to go, folks. Session number 2 underway. The big guns are out. They are ready to put on the show. Max outs galore on the docket. Again, this is the king of the restreams, Kingsman. Your favorite not underwater host. I'm above ground, usually on a pirate ship. And I'm here with the flavor of the year. This is Adam Irish, all the way from Ireland, we'll say, right?
Yes.
Right, but way of many other places too.
Exactly. Isle of Man, currently living in the UK. I've been a lot of places, but now I'm here in sunny Pasadena, California with you, and we're getting this session underway.
Yeah, it's a very, very interesting session. We just saw session 1, DMJ and Red Shirt at the top of the leaderboard. Good to see Hydrant as well too. Bland, an excellent qual. 8 max outs. Broden Damp returning. He told me before, Adam, that he hadn't been really playing at all. So for 6 max outs in 2 hours, that's pretty incredible.
That is very impressive, especially if you're only just really coming back and get it into gear for the CTWC season. 6 max outs is a very respectable score indeed.
Absolutely. And now we've got the heavy hitters, major contenders for the World Championship. 2-time world champion Dog on the top left. His brother, finalist of 2020. Multi-time DAS champion for many variants like Masters.
Yes.
You've got Meme on the bottom left, considered a major megastar, a huge player, potentially someone who could win the World Championship. Shaking her head. Nope, that's not true. I'm not that good, King. How dare you?
Yes.
Come on, Meme. And then, of course, 2023 World Champion Fractal, who has told me I'm really going to hate having to defeat all my friends.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a close-knit community that we have here. So a lot of these players will be really close to each other and be really close friends as well. So although it's obviously never nice to do that, but like, everyone knows here that it's a really nice competitive attitude that we all have here. I'm sure no one is going to feel bad if someone else beats them, for example, because as we all know, whoever wins this will be the deserving champion.
Oh, without question. Yeah, it's quite.
Oh, Dog is in a bit of trouble here early on, but does get some nice pieces to get that dug out, has the well back open, and gets that Tetris. Very nicely done.
Quite a Tetris there from. It's crazy. Level 19 starts. You can see 3 out of the 4 players, Adam. They are going with that strat, trying to maximize their time and efficiency with those 19 play, and obviously Dog just kind of going all in, knowing that got to at least get on the board with 1. Don't want it to go to waste because time is precious in these qualifiers.
Exactly. 2 hours might seem like it's a long time, but however, once it gets down to it, especially if with these players where games can go on for 10, 15, maybe even longer minutes, it adds up. And it starts getting to a point where you realize, oh, I've only gone through about 4 or 5 games, and now I only have an hour left. So you have to maximize your time as much as possible. And that's why you'll see a lot of these players doing 19 starts, because they'll be able to get those points as quickly as possible. As 19 scores higher than 18 for Tetrises.
And you can see Pixel Andy, the return, after having to deal with some injury woes coming into CTWC 2024 last year. Has been on the mend. Mainly has been involved in DAS tournaments and has really dominated there.
Yes.
Coming back to the World Championship this year, looking like he is refreshed. Has had some good showings, but that'll be an interesting storyline we're going to watch throughout the weekend here, Adam. Can Andy return to form now that he's recovered?
Yes, if with him being injury-free. But I want to go on to the point about he's been doing a lot of DAS tournaments recently, across the online scene, and he's been absolutely dominant throughout that scene, winning multiple, I think at least 5 Classic Tetris Monthly DAS Masters tournaments, as well as winning the inaugural DAS Champions League as well. So he's been very dominant in that space, but recently has come back into the fold, so to speak, of normal sort of play. But it will be interesting to see if he can sort of recapture that form that we know he's capable of.
Of course, Adam got to get the Dash Champions League little cut in right there.
Exactly, exactly.
Got to promote Dash Champions League. Love the opening video you guys did.
Yeah.
Except when I saw it like 800 times. It got a little bit much.
Yeah.
Nice T-spin for a meme over on the left side. We're watching. We got players in transition mode. Andy, the one who's going to be behind at the moment because I'll be starting on level 18. A little bit slower speed, giving him the advantage to take his time, right, Adam?
Yeah, but I mean, look at that. I mean, 77% Tetris rate. He's still on very good pace going into level 20, although it will be a bit slower. Andy is still very much on course for a first max here, but let's see if he can close that. Meanwhile, everyone else hovering around 50% Tetris rate. So they'll still be able to obviously maximize their points here from level 23, 24, all the way to 20. Nice bits there from Dog. And gets that Tetris as a result. Very nicely done.
Ooh, Dog, that was cheeky.
But you can afford to be cheeky when you're a two-time world champion.
Well, apparently. Tetris with Dog. So he's looking pretty good so far, Adam. Everybody good out the gate. I mean, if this was a match going on between all our players, it would be a pretty close, tight one.
Yeah, exactly. All these scores only within about 60,000, 80,000 points away from each other. But that just goes to show how tight it is at the top level of competition in our field.
Not for nothing, Adam, but this is kind of like a dream for me right now. This would be like a fatal four-way match happening.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You're getting ideas now, aren't you?
I'll have to call them after this is done.
Exactly.
So welcome, Adam, to the World Championships. Your first time out here.
First time here.
You just did a little qualifier a little while ago.
Yeah.
You know, technical difficulties for you on that one, but
exactly.
you held through. You did a great job, and I'm sure it'll be one for you to remember.
Yeah, absolutely. I was fairly happy with it. Got above 500K, which is all I can really ask for.
There you go.
But right now, Dog is going to try to get as much of this dug out as possible before that level 29 transition hits. And so far, so good. Still has 2 lines to go. Gets that split double and goes in. 879. Meanwhile, look at Fractal here and Meme both inching towards their first maxes. And Meme is going to get her first max. And then Fractal as well into 29. And Fractal very happy. And Andy with the max out as well. And will Dog be able to also get a max here so we can make it 4 for 4 in their first games? Let's see. Gets the Tetris. One more should do it.
He's getting there.
Just getting there piece by piece.
This is the one thing, right, about qualifying, that the 19 start allows him to get these extra lines in, take his time, not have to rush, because it would be almost like he were playing a level 18.
There's the max out for Dog. And all four players off the mark in their first games.
Well done. Well done. So there we go, Adam.
There we go. And this is why people were saying all day long, session 2, the one to watch here.
And that was less than 10 minutes, Adam, right? So
yep.
People at home now are going to start getting into that groove of trying to figure it out. Well, if they continue this pace of 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, right? So starting to think, what's the number going to be for them? Is it going to be around 12, 13, 14, 15, right? Right now, the number to beat is 13, DMJ. But an excellent qualifier. He's looking good right now.
But we'll see, because these players all capable of matching or even surpassing that. 2 hours is a long time, but we'll have to wait and see. Fractal, though, a bit of a rough board right now. Should be able to get out of this with the right pieces, and so far so good. Very nicely done, and gets that Tetris. Nice dig. And Tetris from Fractal there.
You know what I find funny, Adam, is that you seem very concerned for Fractal. He's like, Fractal with a little bit high board. Come on, Adam, you know better.
I know better,
Fractal,
but
man.
I have flashbacks from times where Fractal's been on 19. That's all I'll say.
Now, one of the things that I had an opportunity to do was I had a chance to talk to Fractal, and we had a very good conversation. We jokingly said, I got to beat all my friends so I can do what I got to do, right? But he also is coming in very focused, right? We had a chance to, great videos that Mari put out on our CTWC YouTube channel, kind of giving player profiles and showcasing things, and you should go over and watch it right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we want to watch you qualify, Fractal. That's the main thing. But certainly, it gave you perspective, right? And we kind of give you what he's locked in. He really wants to win this again. He's found that fire within that maybe some people thought he had lost. So when Fractal's locked in and he is focused, he's probably one of the most dangerous players in the game.
Absolutely, because every move just has a precision to it that is very difficult for anyone in this field to match. And I did have the fortune of being able to talk to Fractal yesterday about this kind of thing. And while he was highlighting that, although there was some inconsistencies before that he was worried about, he feels confident that he'll be able to, or he has that ironed out. So the hope is that we will be able to see the peak Fractal that we know. But so far, everyone's on some fairly good pace here. Everyone hovering around that 60% Tetris rate on 19 starts. Andy is on 75 right now.
Yeah, right now, this is pretty much what you expect from these players. You're not going to see them kind of deviate from the standard, right? This is them in their prime form. This is where they're going to show you how well they can play. They know what's on the line.
They know exactly what's on the line. Fame, glory, and that big, shiny trophy at the end of it.
Oh, yeah. No, we got the trophy. It's tucked away very securely, Adam. We have high security, keeping it at bay. Nobody able to see it. We'll unveil it tomorrow when bracket play begins, and that way players know exactly the prize that they are gunning for. Adam, a lot of talk has been, how many maxouts it's going to be to get into the gold bracket. So as the show progresses, as we get into the next qualifying sessions and so on, you're going to start seeing a number of people start falling down on the board. And you can see right now, if you're looking at your screen, where players are currently, we have a bunch of other players going on right now, too, on all our other channels. Your first time, Adam, we're on CT2 on both our Twitch and YouTube page. So if you want to check out the qualifier, if you're on YouTube listening to this right now, say, oh, man, you got another one on YouTube I can watch? Yeah, we're over at the CTWC archive channel, which is the home of where all our VODs are being saved now. So you can go back and watch all the classics dating back to the 2010s and so on. Like all the old VODs we got, they're up there. So people can enjoy that. You've got, we've got Eyeball from Canada. We got Miles. We got SV. There's a whole host of players that are getting in there, and it's really going to be good. Tetris Time is over on our CT3 channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Now more than ever, so many good players. Like, of course, we'd love to have everyone on CT1 or CT2, but there's so many good players this year. We physically just can't fit them all on the screen because you want to watch everything.
Right.
So,
and for those wondering, like, oh, where's Tristop? Where's Tristop? Tristop's over on CT2 as well.
On CT2.
Yeah. Him and Miles got a little rivalry going right now, saying, I can get more max outs than you. Easy, bro.
We'll see who wins that rivalry, but right now, everyone around 600, 700,000. Mostly clean boards. Dog a little bit high, but should be able to get out of this. Gets a bar, gets a Tetris. Very nicely done.
Adam, one of the great things that I love at these live events is that when you're watching players and you hear the ambiance of the room going on, you can also hear the roll clicking happening too.
Yeah.
Just the amount of roll clicking throughout the entire room because we have so many rollers, right? So all you're hearing is click, 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 click. It's all over the place, and it's such a sweet sound to hear.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of surreal. I mean, I've been watching for, I'd say, close to 8 years at this point when it comes to watching it live, CTWC. And it took a bit from when I got here to for it to really set in that this is the place, this is the event where so many iconic moments and memories are made, and even more, I'm sure, will be made this year.
Without question, Adam. That's what CTWC, the World Championship, brings out the best in everyone, brings everyone all around the world, like yourself here. So, maybe, Adam, perfect segue now that you're kind of explaining a little things here. Why don't we talk about your journey into Classic Tetris? How did you pick up the game? How did you get involved? And the things that you do now that have put you in this spot that you're hanging out with me.
It's been quite a journey. Yeah, I discovered CTWC when I was probably only about 13 from, of course, all the clips and broadcasts that were put onto YouTube and that were put onto the recommended page, especially after 2016. And then from there, I got hooked, and I followed it regularly. Then after that, oh, we got a couple, we got Fractal with a max out there. Interrupting my life story here with the max.
Well, you should be used to that with restreaming. But then again, you're used to when people top it out.
Absolutely. Me with a max out as well. And Andy on 942, level 26.
So we'll put Adam's
Tetris
story on pause so we can.
Yeah, we're putting on pause. These players right now take importance more than me at the moment.
And now, look, noticing the timer at the bottom, right? You can see how much time players have left. So it was about 7 minutes or so because Fractal meme kind of started around the 151 mark. Now we're down to 144. So the efficiency there, Adam, that's where the key. Like we were kind of like estimating, 10 minutes for that game to get the max out. Okay, but you could see they could do it in a lot less time, right?
That time, and if they can keep that average of about 8 minutes or so. Dog with the max out as well, and Andy as well. These players, all of them 2 for 2 right now on a massive efficiency so far when it comes to their time. Yeah, they're average about 8 minutes per max out right now. If they keep that up all the way, then sky's gonna be limit. They could get 13, 14, maybe 15 or 16. But they had to just keep that intensity up, and it's hard to do that over a 2-hour period. Because we know how good these players are, but I mean, fatigue hits everyone.
Absolutely. But again, these are the best in the world here. They're going to put on a show. They're going to show you how you can get 14, 15, 16 max. Obviously that 16 number, right, Adam? That number is significant to these players. They want to break it. They want to beat it because they've seen it's possible to do it.
Yeah.
Meme, when we were at Genesis, 1 hour qual, 9 max outs, right? So if we do something similar to that and replicate it in a 2-hour span, Meme could certainly break the record.
Absolutely. I mean, any of these players, in theory, could do it as well. They're all capable of it, and we've seen that countless times across various events. But that is the big number, 16, that they'll be searching for here. But anyway, back to me.
Back to the Adam Irish show. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. But yeah. And then eventually, after sort of being a spectator for so long, around January last year is when I started picking up the game. And I would just like play it on and off for fun whenever I was kind of bored. And then in about March is when I decided, okay, I like Tetris, and especially after getting the 2023 final in my recommended, that was Sidnev and Fractal. I got hooked on it again because it had been a while since that point since I watched Tetris. And seeing that sort of rolling had taken over and just become such a dominant play style in the field was just sort of, it opened up a whole sort of different part of the game that I didn't really know, because I came from sort of the era where it was, Hyper Tat versus DAS.
Right.
But eventually then I found my way to TNP, Tetris for the Non-Pros, a great organization for, especially if you're a player who's just starting out, want to get their start. It's a great place to start. I got my start there, not only with playing, but with commentary as well. And I guess some people thought it was pretty good. One thing led to another, then eventually I got to do Classic Tetris League, some monthly stuff, and I guess a year later, here I am on CT1 with Kingsman.
Imagine, living the dream you are.
Living the dream, and time flies. It's been a wonderful journey, and I'm so grateful to Kingsman and everyone at CTWC for this opportunity. And you at home, if you've ever tuned into any of my streams or any time I've been commentating, you guys are responsible for this too. Thank you.
Well, there you go. With a tear in his eye, he said that. And we thank you for coming and spending your money with us here.
You're welcome.
There you go. So players are continuing on. Just, for those watching all around the world on our main channel right now, Adam, we are streaming to many platforms. We're over on Twitch, as always. We're on YouTube, our main channel. We're over on Kick, Facebook. And one of my favorites, X. X is really bumping these days. I mean, we've had some really good viewership on those streams, and I've been very impressed with that group. So I'm sure they're killing it again today. And I'd be remiss to mention something, in Twitch chat, they're having a great banter going on. Trailer Swift, maybe people don't know who that is. OG for the Classic Tetris scene, one of the founding members here for CTWC. This version looks so slow. I could beat these guys easy, where to someone else in the chat, local no life _ said, Tetris speeds up over time, right? Which I found funny, because Trey helped to kind of create the first OCR version of our Classic Tetris. Today we got Yobi, the man behind the Nestor's Chance, which is what we've been using for the last several years now. He's here in attendance. He's making sure it's all working. He's a superstar. Many others have been helping him out, so kudos to all of them. But I found that comment funny, Adam. I had to say it out there.
Yeah.
I had to say it out there. And, of course, we got Maturino going on right now. We got another contribution. About $100 was just thrown in there today. We're at $1,100, and I think it's 34 cents. Adam, we're starting to make some waves.
Making some waves. And, again, if you use that command, !Maturino, you'll be able to get that boosted up. Any contribution helps. If you can't contribute anything directly, just spread the word. CTWC is looking to get some money in that prize pool for these players. It's a long 3 days that we got here, and at the end of it, we will crown a champion, and we'll want them to take away a good prize. Not just the trophy, but, of course, the prize pool as well.
Another segue here, because I'm a guy that likes to promote stuff, Adam. Our friend Chris Higgins is here. He's doing camera work. See him right in front of me. He's the man.
Yep.
Trailer Swift, also famous from the film that came out not too long ago, Adam. It feels like it's yesterday. It's almost like a year now. But the Best of 5 movie, which Chris directed, produced, pretty much did everything, wrote. He did all that hard work. It's here. He's got DVD Blu-rays available for sale here at the Expo. Of course, you can go to bestof5movie.com and get your own copy there, too, if you want to check it out.
Yeah, there's always something about physical media, especially with DVDs and Blu-rays. That nice max out for Fractal. Just over 20 minutes gone, and Fractal already with 3 max outs. Just speeding through these games, wanting, and I'm sure gunning for that 16 max out that I'm sure all these players would love to beat.
Oh, yeah.
Meme coming up right now, 887, level 26, now up to 920. Meanwhile, Dog and Andy, look at those scores. At one point, it was only about 30 points separating them. Meme trying to keep that column 4 well back open, gets it back open, gets the Tetris, and up to 994 now. Taking some burns, gets that well back over to the right-hand side. There's the bar, and there's the Tetris for Meme. And that is another max out on the board, 3 for Meme and Fractal.
Pretty much keep it up together, racing towards greatness.
Yeah, Fractal in the lead at the moment when it comes to that race, but Tetris is a wild and wacky game, especially this version. Anything and in terms of their fortunes can change in the blink of an eye, pretty much. One moment you could be stacking clean, getting perfect Tetrises, and the next you'll get 1 or 2 wrong pieces, and suddenly you might be digging and losing precious, precious time. Now we go back up to the top here, Dog on 919. 5 lines away from level 29. Back in the day, this used to be the limit for the vast majority of players, but those days long gone now. It's just another transition, especially at this level.
This is more like the warm-up speed for them. Right?
Yeah,
So that's the real one.
They're probably like, oh, now it gets interesting.
Yeah, now I can play for real. Right? We're coasting a little bit to the finish line, so Dog will continue to do what he needs to do. He knows still plenty of time left. Over 90 minutes remaining, hour and 35. You're watching on our screen. So you wait with bated breath. Oh, what a dirty Tetris!
Dirty Tetris.
You know we had to say it there, Adam.
Yeah. Andy closing in here. And Dog will get it. It's the max out on level 31. Andy's 12,000 points away. Where is that bar for Andy? Banking everything. Gets it. Gets the max out anyway. What?
Clutched.
That is a clutch moment if I've ever seen it.
Tremendous. Tremendous by Andy right there. Take a moment.
That takes guts.
Perseverance.
And a bit of luck.
Well, yes, there's got to be a little bit, but when you're a player at that high level, you know, sometimes you don't need the luck. You're just that damn good.
Absolutely.
My word. What a job. All four again. They're just matching each other right now, Fractal. They're on pace.
Yeah, a couple of them might be a few minutes ahead, but I'm sure things will even out eventually. It's been such a close contest between all four of these players, all of them on 3 max outs now.
Yeah, and you'll notice that Andy ended up resetting the game right there. He had a bit of a misdrop. He's trying to get a tuck setup going, and then that's why you'll see the capture freeze
again.
like that. Yeah, he's not getting what he wants. So that's a key thing to do here. He's only lost a few seconds. Not going to be too crucial at this moment, but we'll see.
Happened to me many a time when I was doing my qual over on the side there.
Indeed. And we're going to shout out a few people here. So it was ads 20,000. What a handle right there. That contributed the $100. We also just got another one, right?
Thank you so much.
The funny numbers are starting to come in. Oh, Colin. Ooh, Colin. See Chris TM with the $69.35
hey
contribution.
Now.
The hey nows are flowing. Owen Var is dancing the streets. That's a great number. 1169 going on. So thank you so much, Colin, for the contribution. We also had Scamando 72. I know you, big contributor for Classic Tetris events. Gave in some good money in, $185 throughout the broadcast. So thank you. Summer B had given $76, and that was acknowledged before. We got a number of the people that have been doing it. So thank you so much to all of you that continue to help and contribute to the match. Let's grow that prize pool. We had a tremendous prize pool last year. Adam, it was like over, when you combined in the Tetris Company, one of our great sponsors here that helped contribute in that regard.
Yeah,
absolutely. $32,000
$32,000
money. It's insane to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every single year we look to try and make every tournament the biggest and best one that there's ever been, and I'm sure that this will carry on and continue for this year as well. But the level of competition, it almost sounds like the same old thing that we say, but it is true. The level of competition each and every year just gets higher and higher. Barriers being broken. I mean, I can remember just a couple years ago, we were talking about, who's going to be the next person to sort of get, like, say, a few lines or a few levels past level 29. And now we have players going beyond that and then some, going all the way around and back again with the rebirths. I saw Dog do that not too long ago. A historic moment, one of the final barriers that's been just completely left untouched for so many years was broken just a few months ago. And of course there's other achievements, but you have to wonder sometimes where can these players go? But as these players show again and again, there's so many things. And they just keep finding new ones. New barriers to break.
I mean, that's just the beauty of the game.
That's
right?
the beauty
of
of
the
this.
game, that there's so many opportunities to make these achievements happen. You know, it always feels like we've reached the pinnacle of what we're trying to untap, and then something else happens. Somebody else finds a way to break the barrier, and then everyone else gets into it. So it's truly amazing. That's why we love this game so much. And
absolutely.
Again, Fractal just on fire today.
One Tetris away from a 4th max out of the day. And there's the Tetris and gets it. 30 minutes, 4 max outs.
That's looking on pace for 16 there.
On pace for 16, but you just know he wants more than that.
Oh, yes.
And right now, if he keeps this up the exact same way, he may just have one more game to try and get that. Because it's a little bit less than 30 minutes he got that.
And shout out to one of your biggest fans here. Dobry is watching on Twitch.
Hi, Dobry.
Says, hey guys, that's Omen's line. Are you stealing his stuff, right?
We borrowed it. We didn't steal it. We borrowed it.
Well, I don't know about me borrowing that. I was here before Omen.
I'm sure he'd be happy with it being on CT1.
Well, that's why he's relegated to CT2 later. He's not going to.
Game right now in 866. Nearing a fourth max out as well. Fractal filling that bar dependency and then getting the Tetris. Very nicely done to keep that stack at a very clean and orderly fashion. He gets another Tetris from that. Meme with a left well setup. She gets another Tetris. And of course, for anyone who might be meme with that max out. Number 4, hot on the heels. Meanwhile, Dog now, 791, not too far behind. These players all within only about a minute of each other when it comes to their overall speed and pace, when it comes to getting these max outs. It is almost fascinating how, at this level especially, it becomes less about just qualifying and just getting it, rather than just racing against each other because of how close it is at this level in terms of skill and ability.
And I think that's also one of the things we got to note, Adam, is that Meme and Fractal are very good friends. So the thing is that qualifying together kind of gives you that incentive of trying to push one another to reach the goals that you're looking for and say, okay, I know Fractal's got those 4 max outs. Now I got to match as quickly as I can. And it's kind of making you play a little bit more aggressive. Thankfully, players of this caliber are able to work with that, but they also know how to tone the aggression when needed. So it'll be a fun rest of these 90 minutes. We're now at 1 hour, 28 minutes remaining for our players. So they are a quarter of the way done, Adam.
Of course, and Dog with the max out there. That's number 4 for him there. And he's on 604 right now. Those couple of resets have slowed him down a little bit, but still on excellent course for a huge qualifier here. But yeah, I mean, in my own experience qualifying, I was qualifying right beside 2 of my good friends from the TMP days, Omenvar and Arbaro, and they really pushed me because I was looking to try and, if I get 500K, I'm happy. I got 500K and then some, about 530. And that's far and away my best qual that I ever done. So, yeah, qualifying with good friends of yours and people that you know can push you to that next level, it really makes a difference, especially not only at the top, but at the sort of bottom when you get to the sort of bronze tier and that cutoff. Andy right now 748, gets another Tetris to go up to 778.
And he's working his way methodically there, and he's going to be behind on time as compared to the other 3. But again, we do allow for that overrun when the clock stops. The players have started a game and they're running, then they'll be able to finish it. So as long as he's working towards that, he might be like 1 or 2 maxes behind. But I mean, if this trio between Fractal, Meme, and Dog can get into that 16 range, I think 13 max outs for Andy, he'll take that. He'll be like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, of course, the aim for these players is to seed as high as possible because that means there might be, I mean, not always. You always have some players that might underqual or some players that might come out of nowhere even with a lower seed. But the higher seed you get, of course, theoretically, the easier it might be to sort of progress further and further into the finals here. But Andy is approaching now. Max out number 4. Takes that skim with the L piece. And there's that bar, and there's that Tetris, and Andy's going to be relieved to get max out number 4 there.
Very nice. So they're matching each other. Everyone's got a max on there. This is going to be exciting. Very exciting that they are all matching each other. And, we can't forget Adam, right? We do have other players going on our other channels. I
Absolutely.
mentioned CT2 is going. There's some really good quals happening over there. You can see on the leaderboard as players are getting max outs. Tristop has 3 also over there. We got Miles
has
Eyeball, SV. They're all over on CT2. You can watch that simultaneously on both our Twitch channel and the CTWC archive channel. First time we're doing that on YouTube. So our friends over on YouTube, we got well over 1,000 viewers at the moment. Some of you want to multi-window this, then yeah, you can watch those quals. It's the first time we're doing that.
That's what I did last year. All 4 Classic Tetris Switch channels had them up on my monitors, so I could keep everything up at the same time.
So
but
if you love your YouTube and you can't get over to Twitch, then come on over to CTWC archives. You can watch that going on right now on CT3. We've got Night, Opox, Sodium, and Tetris Time, the B3B regional winner. And then on CT4 channel, we got AV Geek, Waffy, ID Kirby, and Laser. So quite a lineup we have. You know, Adam, there were still so many. This session 2 is so jam-packed. There are people here that were in the top 48 last year or the year before, and they can't even make this cut to get on. That's how stacked the lineup is.
Absolutely. I mean, that's just the level we're at now, where even players who would be gold caliber can't even get on CT, maybe even not even CT2 at this point, but that's just how competitive the field is these days and how many players have risen through the ranks, especially in the last year. But now, as I say, that Fractal 1 Tetris away from a 5th max out in just 36 minutes. The question is, will he be able to get it? Yes, he will! Number 5. Fractal is racing towards that goal, well on his way right now. And almost without breaking a sweat.
I felt like I should probably insert like some kind of GD thing, right? Oh, Fractal's on the highway to heaven. You know, like. But maybe we should say that when he gets a max out 11, if that's the case, right?
Yeah.
Because you got to get that rhyming thing. GD stole that from me. You know, all you guys are stealing all my material. You know.
Yeah, stealing material and popularizing
or
it.
maybe it's you're giving an homage, right, to the elder statesman.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's the luck. That's the luck of it, isn't it? I mean, that's what it is nowadays.
Well, we got a little bit of Irish luck then, right?
Yeah, a bit of Irish luck, and maybe that's what's propelling these players as well. I won't take all the credit. Don't worry.
Adam, the lucky charm for players here so far. Well, good to have you, Adam. Yeah, this is tremendous. Love to see these players doing what they're doing, and yeah, Fractal crushing it at the moment. He is certainly on pace, big time. Maybe you know, Fractal probably honestly is trying to tell himself, I think I could beat Memes 9. I could maybe squeeze 10, right? He's doing all the permutations. He knows numbers.
Yep.
He knows he has a 133% chance to beat people.
Absolutely. He knows that he is just a freak of nature. Absolutely. And Meme gets number 5 there as well. Not too far behind. This is a contest between these two, especially like no other. But right now, Dog up top on 8:05, trailing right behind these two. Don't count him out just yet. Keeps that well open with some very nice burns. Getting those pieces exactly when he needs them. Just needs that bar now to get a Tetris. There it is. Finally, Tetris for Dog.
Love these cameras that we have here. You know, again, shout out to the great team that we have. They are doing phenomenal work to capture the intensity on these players' faces. You saw a zoom in of Andy just lock it in, knowing that he's got to try to find a way to keep up with the Joneses. You saw Dog and how determined he is right there. That is the look of a champion, Adam. Two-time
champion at that. But yeah, the camera work, especially I noticed last year as well, was just above like almost anything else that we've seen in Classic Tetris, and it just keeps getting better and better every year. The production quality and everything. We got a great team here. Dog with max out number 5. And Fractal and Meme well underway for their next game. Both are getting shrouded right now, just looking for that bar. Fractal will get it for a Tetris. Dog underway for his next game as well. Is playing catch-up with Meme and Fractal right now, but is starting to close in. Only about, I would say, a minute or two behind. When it was about 3 or 4 not too long ago. We have just about to cross the 40-minute mark, so we are now a third of the way through. 1/3 down, 2 to go.
And quick shout out, because Matcherino got up again, $44.44. Somebody be cheeky out there. You want to know who was really cheeky about that?
Who was really cheeky about
Yeah, it's one of my mortal enemies in Classic Tetris. Is the guy that
you have many.
says, I do. Well, you know, it's hard to be the top heel in the company, right? So, yeah, of course, it has to be Suds. Suds 1821. Surprised he's actually watching this channel. Got nothing better to do with his life.
Maybe didn't know you were on here.
He gave me a
somehow.
message that I will not repeat here. We will not say it because there's an expletive in it.
And this kid's watching. We don't want that.
Exactly. It's a family, wholesome show. But we'll take your money anyway. You piece of trash.
Good.
Thanks again to Suds. Yes,
Thank you,
$44.44 to get us up to 12-14. So, again, so many ways you can contribute to Matcherino. We appreciate it. Get on in there and do your thing. Get these players some money. This is the World Championship.
Absolutely. Andy's on 837 right now. Also closing in on max out number 5 here. Again, did lose a little bit of time to those resets earlier, but still not too far behind, and I think honestly has caught up a little bit with how good of a game he's having right now. 72% Tetris rate. But take a look at Meme and Fractal, 71% each, and that's from 19 starts. Excellent games from both of them. Nice dirty center well Tetris there for Fractal.
Oh, really sweet Z-spin from Dog. Looking up there. He had this awkward like hole that was like, it's kind of like T-shaped almost, but a little bit fragmented, and he found a way to kind of just burn things around. He got a couple of dirty Tetrises, and then he put a Z-spin in just to fix it up, and look, he's pristine again. My word.
I mean, for those players, it's just another maneuver, just another thing that adds natural. But Andy now has max at number 5. But as Andy gets his 5th, Fractal closing in on a 6th. Just pace like no other. Tetris from Meme as well. Not too far behind. Fractal taking some safety triples there. Getting a nice skim there with that J piece. Tetris for Meme. Tetris for Fractal.
Cowbells are ringing here.
Cowbells ringing all around.
Tons of
I think it's a barnyard in here.
Tons of max outs flying.
I mean, this is a Tetris barnyard. You could argue the Tetris barnyard. Fractal on 923, level 25, gets a Tetris 956. Within just 40,000 points. Now a Tetris would do it, but just gonna burn down, not make it too complicated. Fractal wants that bar desperately. Massive 29 pre-track, but number 6 for Fractal.
He's on fire.
In just 43.5 minutes. Well, Meme is on 840, not too far behind.
You know, Fractal's facials right there kind of just telling me like.
Just so surprised, but I mean, when you're that good, it's hard to be surprised, but it is genuinely just so competitive right now. Relentless aggression and just sublime precision that these players have with each move. Every move they make is just so calculated because not only have they done it thousands of times, but these players study the game so much, not just from playing it, but almost by sort of breaking it apart and just finding out everything in terms of the exact perfect moves. And you have, of course, various different tools in the community for that, like Nestris.org, the puzzles people do on there, and just sort of trying to find different ways of optimizing play. And of course, our very own Nestris champs that we use here has some built-in things that even you at home can use.
That's right. It's available for everyone to use.
Yeah, not only is it...
There's another max out for Meme there.
Max out for Meme.
Add it up.
That's number 6 as well. 45 minutes gone. And it's still so close between all these players. Dog on 649 has lost a little bit of ground, but he's already gained it back 4, so very easily could do it again. But yeah, not only can we at CTWC use tools like this, you at home can also use Nestris Champs. All you need to do is link your Twitch, your Discord, or whatever have you account, and then you can play around with all the renderers that you can use. You can make your own CTWC at home nearly. You could get 3 of your friends and do a tournament.
Sounds like a fun Saturday night, Adam.
Sounds like a fun Saturday. Sounds like something I could do when I get back home.
Something that you're going to do when you get back.
Yeah, something I'm going to do.
Right? Everybody coming in, they're going to be fatigued from the World Championships. But what do Classic Tetris players always do?
Yeah.
They're just going to play some more Tetris.
They just play some more Tetris. Oh, fatigue? Maybe some more Tetris will fix that. Oh, I'm not warmed up enough? More Tetris will fix that.
Of course. Right. This game is just so addictive. So.
But right now, Dog on 796, level 26. Trying to close in on number 6 as well. Tetris for Dog. 862 right now. Andy is about 400,000 back. But again, of course, is on level 18. But for being on level 18, Andy has been keeping decent pace. With Dog, Meme, and Fractal only about a couple minutes behind. Of course, every minute matters, but it's just such a stacked lineup we have between these 4. 4 of the best players in the world. Just racing each other to 10 plus, 15 plus max outs.
Indeed. They're putting on show here, Adam.
They are putting on a show.
You at home.
And that is max out number 6 for Dog.
Absolutely. Make sure you're at home. Contribute to the Matcherino. We're going to keep plugging that all day, man. That's our
all
job.
day.
All day, all evening, all night.
Well, it's not CTL, and I'm not going to break out any ridiculous accents or anything like that.
I would kick
It supports the players. It supports the players more than anything.
Leave the ridiculous accents to me, Adam, right?
Yeah.
We miss you, Martz.
Oh, yeah.
Miss you, Adam.
Martz at home is probably not particularly happy with that from you, Kingsman, but
oh,
I'm
well,
sure.
You know, well, we got to get at least Mart's son one
Yeah.
way on this stream, right? We got to give him a shout
Yeah,
out.
at least once.
You know.
At least once, maybe 10.
Because you know he's at home right now. He's watching this, and he's got like all the 4 channels plus all the other ones that were out on YouTube. He's got everything running simultaneously. He's got his own probably watch party hat.
Yeah, the whole gang there.
I certainly believe it. He's the biggest fanatic we have.
Absolutely.
Oh, Monsieur Kingsman. We won't do it here, Adam, right? We won't do it. We're professionals.
We'll leave him alone for now.
We'll leave him alone for now. I'll get him at top 16 this weekend.
That was a good dig there from Fractal. Did have a bit of clutter on the well, but got it back open very quickly and hasn't lost too much ground. Still comfortably ahead of everyone else here, but Meme is now within just about 150,000. Meanwhile, Andy's on 690. Fractal's almost looking to lap him here, but Andy, of course, is probably just focused on his own game right now and is doing remarkably well. With the 4 players we have, you would almost by default think, oh, Andy's currently playing the slowest support, but this is still incredible, like, efficiency and pace that Andy has right now. But these are 4 of the best players in the world.
Absolutely. They've had so many achievements. You'd have to probably build a museum. You'd probably have to build a museum, right, in order to fit all the trophies and accolades that just these 4 alone have acquired over their careers.
Just like looking down at my notes, just looking. I mean, we got multiple-time CTM winners across almost all these players. You have 4 times in terms of 3 times CTL winner in terms of Andy, as well as Dog as well. And of course, Dog, speaking of, recently, last month, tied Corion's record in Classic Tetris Monthly, 10 wins.
11.
11.
So your notes are inaccurate.
My notes are inaccurate.
Your notes are as good as Martz's black book.
I was in a rush. But 11.
But it is
that
11.
Is correct.
Yes. And you know, Adam, the great thing here is that you have Dog playing right now. You just mentioned he's tied with Corion. Guess who's here in the convention this year?
I wonder who.
I wonder who. He's doing his TGM runs right now. He's having a ball. It's Corion. Green Tea is here. Sight Kinesis, our Team Japan is back. First time in 6 years that they've come out, and it's tremendous. Adam, the ovation they got yesterday, and just everybody swarming them. I ended up being the photo taker for many of those interactions, and I should have gotten paid for it.
I mean, you had warned us before as well. Like, don't swarm them. Don't. I mean, you can't blame them for being that excited. I mean, it's first time in 6 years, and especially fans who had been there. Andy getting max at number 6. Fractal getting number 7.
So there you go.
It's just 51 minutes gone, and Fractal already on 7. And Andy, of course, with his 6th as well, gonna get started and try to get number 7 there as well. Meme is also closing in, only about 200,000 away from that 7th max out.
So great start. Great start for Fractal.
That's putting it mildly.
That's
But yes, it's just I mean, great start from all these players, quite frankly. They're all well on their way to a very good seed if they keep this up. But we still got another session coming up after this today with more players that might be looking to eat into that score. Oh, Fractal doesn't get that bar all the way over.
Ooh, we'll see how he handles
Just
this.
the 5 tap there, but has burnt it down enough. Should be able to get another one. Meme with number 7.
Oh, Fractal, dirty
Fractal
Tetris.
with a dirty Tetris. And getting that back down.
Incredible.
Like it's nothing.
No, it's so easy, effortless, some would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, great segue there, Adam. You have some heavy hitters. You know, we got major stars in this one, but then how could we forget session 3, our final session for today, which will see the remaining group of players. We also have a small session on Saturday that will feature Green Tea and Corion, Dan V. They'll be involved in that one. But coming up after this, yes, slightly after 3:30, we're a little behind schedule, but the world champion of Classic Tetris, Alex T, is here. He will be qualifying.
Yeah,
He'll be alongside the Dangler, the perfect max out, right? We just saw a Game Scout dropping a video just as we were getting to CTWC regarding Dangler's achievement. So we're going to get him with Alex. You're going to get Cole Bucket, one of the hottest players in Classic Tetris, top 10, even starting to climb up in some regard. I think it was like above like the top 7 in the Premier poll recently. And of course, how can we forget, just a little kid by the name of Blue Scooty.
Yeah,
He'll be qualifying.
Just an up-and-coming player, you know.
Just an up-and-comer. We don't know anything about him. See if he's got the chops, right?
Yeah, I think he's got some OK 29.
Yeah, you know, he's okay.
But,
all of them will be on action on this channel that you're watching right now. They'll be on our main channel. And CT2 will have Cobra, Dylan, Huff, and of course, Dad's favorite darling, Sharky will be here. He'll be on that one. And Scout, Rhubarb, and Wallband will be on CT3, along with Adam, the youngster, the prodigy of Classic Tetris. Zro is here, his first one ever. It's going to be exciting to see what he can do. And then on CT4, Bendy, Docpie, Jerpy, and Terrence.
Absolutely.
Will be on that
Absolutely. One. I mean, with Robot especially, just having a prodigy that, you know, I mean, Dog with a max at their number 7 as well. But, yeah, I mean, it's said a lot about the Classic Tetris scene. It gets younger and younger each and every time we have a new Classic Tetris World Championship coming around. But as Robot, our youngest competitor ever, I believe, by quite a mile, I would say.
Indeed. As I'm enjoying Fractal's dig out here.
Fractal had a really dangerous looking board, but again, like nothing, gets it back down.
tremendous.
Just another Friday afternoon.
Just another Friday afternoon here in Pasadena, California. Of course, shout out to our friends, the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo, Adam. They are such hospitable hosts, and they have done a wonderful job accommodating all our needs here to make the Classic Tetris World Championship happen. So
Absolutely. It's a great location, great area. Not just for Classic Tetris, of course, but there's so much going on here at the SoCal Gaming Expo. It is a beautiful place, beautiful area.
indeed.
And
In fact,
although
the
we wish
expo-
everyone here could be at home,
Yeah, in fact, the expo is officially open. They've been open for about an
Yeah.
hour, so those of you that are hanging out, please indulge in checking things out. They got great vendors here. And, of course, you're listening here in the live audience. You go over to our front desk. We have a merch table there. You can support CTWC by buying some of the hype merch that we got. Our great artist extraordinaire, Danny Doodles, might still be over there hanging out. Could be floating around. She's a very busy person, Adam. You know, she's
yeah.
our social media superstar and executive director of media productions. So she's got a lot of
Absolutely.
titles on there.
Doing amazing work.
She might be over there. Yeah, we got merch table. We got Cami Rose over there doing a great job for us. So go on by, say hello. And if you are getting set for qualifying in session 3, you can start heading your way over there in about 15 minutes. At 2:30, our registration will be open for check-in. So please make sure to start making your way in about 15 minutes so we can get that
Yeah.
process going.
Yeah, don't forget to check in. I almost did. I almost did forget.
Right, because you were just so excited to see.
I was so excited. I just ran right past.
You were a little
and then I
puppy
came back like 15 minutes ago and checked in. But
You were like a little puppy dog. You know, you
absolutely.
had to run over and say, "Hello, just Joe."
Okay.
I mean, well, yeah, players are moving along. We got Meme and Andy on that max out pace. Fractals joined them as well, level 23. No, not for nothing, Adam, but as we were watching Fractal fool around in that dig and just the messy board that he had, how he got out of it, he's still looking so good. 680 on level 24, we know.
Yeah.
Max out pace, even though the Tetris rate will tell you different, you can't really rely on that because he can play past the level 20.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, of course, it is a good metric for the 19 to 29 speeds, but I mean, these players, they could probably max out with even less than 50, maybe 40 or 30, because they can just play for that long into the 29 speeds. Again, as I said earlier, at this point, it's just another transition for them. It's no longer the vicious, deadly kill screen that it used to be. Of course, now we have that as level 39 for the finals. Super kill screen. But even then, who knows? It might be only a matter of time before even that barrier is broken. I mean, we've seen from time to time these players get a few lines on there, be able to stack. Who knows? That might be the next barrier. And then we'd have to make a triple kill screen where it's just completely ends it. But then you never know. These players will probably figure out a way to break the game even further. But Fractal closing in on number 8, on 889, level 28. Gets the Tetris to go to 923. Looking to try to get as much of this done as possible before 29. Still can get 2 more Tetrises before 29 hits, but I don't even think that's going to be a worry for him. Memes on 802. 150,000 points, still keeping very consistent pace with Fractal. Fractal goes into 29, 995, just a few burns. We'll be able to get him over the line, and there it is! It's great, it's number 8! Memes on 840, level 25. And Fractal with 8 max outs, and we're not even an hour done, ladies and gentlemen. Not even an hour through. So something tells me that we might be on for something truly special here if these players keep it up. Memes on 941 right now. Just a couple Tetrises and change. We'll get her to number 8 as well. Andy with number 7. Getting it in level 28. Still trying to keep up here. Again, still incredible pace on display here from Andy, but I mean, all these players just taking it to the next level, and I mean, that's why they're on CT1, isn't it?
Well, yes. It's simple, Adam.
They
right?
weren't chosen for nothing.
I mean, not for nothing, but when the king's got the book, right? The booker man is at work.
Meme with number 8. Dog on 684, level 23. Getting another Tetris there. Going to get number 8 down as well. Andy starting his next game. Fractal well underway. Meme starting another game. And now we have reached the conclusion of our first hour. Another hour to go. How many more max outs will these players get? What other surprises do they have in store as we come up to this last hour?
Indeed.
This
Dog continues to make his march over there. Quick shout out to the Matcherino, because we're getting up there, Adam. They're starting to move up. That number, I'm liking that number there. It's getting there. Hello, Jasmine, a big friend of the Classic Tetris World. Lovely lady. Gave in $25 into the prize pool. And then we had a good friend of mine, Fractal's 7th roommate. We don't know who that might be, maybe not, but $30.56 going into the prize pool ad, and that gets us to $12.69.69.
Hey now, hey now.
Hey now, hey now. Omen Bar, what are we at? Like 2, 3, 4?
I think that's about 3 now at this point. But then we'll see if any of these players will have a 69 at the end of their scores as well. That might boost it up even more.
And there was a notation here. This one I can read. Well, Jasmine said, go Tetris. And then the other one from a Fractal 7 roommate, we do not need Adam's accent at this time. So it's money well spent.
Yeah. We do not need it.
And
there is max at number 8 there for Dog.
Well called there, Adam, yes. So keeping up pace with Fractal and Meme. Tremendous. This is quite a show they're putting on here, Adam.
This is quite a show. I mean, it might, for some people, it might, qualifying might just, it's not like the head-to-head action, but these players are turning it into head-to-head action with just how close it is, and they're just accelerating, trying to get to that very special, I mean, of course, 16 the target, but I think at least 2, maybe 3 of these players might be on pace to try and break that. It is a long qualifying here, but they're already halfway through, and we already got 3 of them on 8. And he's well on his way right now on 229. Fractal has lapped him and then some on 526 as he's looking for number 9.
Yeah, he's just going to do Fractal things right there. So while we allow the players to get themselves going, you see everyone kind of at different intervals of the game because of the the length of time it's taken for them to get max outs. Reminder to all of you viewers that we're all worldwide, Adam. We're worldwide.
Worldwide.
Everyone's listening to your dulcet tones all over the world. We're on the main channel. We got Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Facebook, X. We're all over there. We got many other channels. CT2 is over with our Twitch and YouTube. We got CT3, CT4 on the Twitch. Everything's going on. It's nonstop action. But you can help contribute to Classic Tetris on those platforms. In Twitch, you can do bits and subs to help the channel. Because again, we're putting on Adam, you're seeing live in person.
I'm seeing
the
right
production
here.
level.
It's
take
a
some money, man. We got
massive scale.
We got bills to pay, man. So you got to help.
Yeah, you might think it might be just Tetris and that it might not take, but it's a huge production that we have here. There's so much dedicated work that goes in from so many volunteers here. And of course, thank you to all our volunteers who helped us out over the past couple days in getting set up. But yeah, it's a massive undertaking. And we all do it just all for the love of the game. All for the love of the game and these players that we have here. And of course, everything that goes into the Classic Tetris channels, whether you subscribe to the Twitch or use bits or what have you, it all goes into making each new event that we do just that much bigger and better.
Without question. So yeah, help out. If you're over on any of those platforms, you know what to do. Hit the like, share, subscribe on the YouTubes that you're watching. You can also use Super Chats. King is watching on YouTube. I will shout you out if you're putting in some money there. That's how you get recognized, YouTube. That's how that works. On our Twitch friends, you know what to do. Bits, subs, that all works out very well. So help us out, help contribute. There's also a donate command too that you could use as well if you'd like to just give direct contributions to CTWC and help us continue to put on World Championships each and every year, and especially the regional events that we do, Adam. That's kind of like the lifeblood too, to keep us going, because that allows people like yourself. We got CTWC UK that you can certainly attend and
Yep.
be remiss. We have the DAS World Championship coming up next month in Germany. Our friends over there are going to start getting ready for that. So
Absolutely.
keep the calendar open. Go to thectwc.com to find more information on all our live events going on for the rest of the year.
Of course, and I'll be at both, so if any of you at home are thinking about going to those, I'll see you there if you go.
Then you can give them the funny Irish accent.
Yeah,
live,
then I
right?
can, because, I mean, that's the place to do it, as long as it's not here, but
Indeed.
it's all right. Fractal closing in on number 9. Now 957 gets a couple of quick Tetrises there, now within just one. It's now opened up about, I would say, nearly a 400,000 point gap in terms of speed here on Meme. That's allowed Dog to also get within touching distance here too. Fractal looking to close this out. And there it is, number 9, and feeling fine for Fractal.
Wow. Just a little over an hour that he got that. That's crazy.
It is insane. I mean, we talk about 17, but who knows at this point how fast not only Fractal, but all these players are just getting these max outs. But that's just how it is. That's the level that we have here. And I've said that multiple times, but I just had to emphasize it. This is the top level. This is why this is the World Championship.
The best of the best.
The
Adam.
best of the best coming here and throwing down in front of the whole world.
So right now, Dog, Meme, Fractal. No kickers yet, Adam, because
No, they don't. Yeah.
you know,
And he does have a kicker, owing to the fact that he did have to reset a couple times.
and then we were shout outs to our volunteers that you mentioned. You know, those score runners
Yep.
are doing a great job getting the scores and running them to the table as quickly as they can for those that are qualifying on our main stage and on the offshoots of the other streams that we have and the off stream as well too. They're doing a great job getting those in quickly so we can try to keep up to date. And of course, Stats team over there, we got Marfram, we got Jade Hart. They're crushing it over there to get those things in. Shout out to Marfram for putting this beautiful spreadsheet together, making it
Absolutely.
so easy for qual judges to just get them in and we get data as quick as possible.
Absolutely, and even if you're following along on as many channels as you can, but still want to see the full results, you can do so. If you're on Twitch, you can use the command !qual, and that will give you the full standings as they're updated. So if you want to follow along with not only that, but these streams as well, that's how you can do it. And I can see a few people using that as well in the chat, following along. Meme is approaching on 947 right now. Has the Tetris up, gets the Tetris one more. Will get her to number 9. Just waiting for that bar now. Takes the triple. There it is. Didn't need it. Just took some triples, and Meme is on number 9. And Andy on number 8.
And Dog closing in on number 9 as well. So for those at home watching along, just to clarify a little bit, you can see on the right side of your screen the qual information where players is currently at the moment. So people wondering, Adam, well, DMJ has 13. Why is he so far down at the bottom, right? Well, that's because the way that the qualifying system works is that we're looking at the current players that are running right now. So that's where it's going to take up precedence, and you're going to see that above. But the seed number that you see right now is where they're at the moment, right? So obviously Dog sitting at 5th because he'll have 8 at the moment when they get that recorded. As he's trying for number 9 right now, we'll see if he can close it in right now. There it is. So that will be number 9 for Dog.
Number 9 for Dog.
So you'll see we have our good friend Burb, who was just on commentating. He's getting the score in. He's verifying it with Dog. Gives him the all set when he knows it's good. And then he'll write it down. Our stats team is going to get the card from our friend Just Joe, who's running around like a madman. And they will get that entered and updated as soon as it gets over there.
Yeah, we love Just Joe around here. But yeah, I mean, it's important that our qual judges get those scores in, because even you might say, oh, what if they just miss one? One max out missed could mean such a massive difference in terms of what seeds these players get. And it saves us having to go back and look at VODs and see, okay, did they get a max out here? Was this all missed? But we got a great team. And I have full confidence, as I'm sure you do too, that everything will be put down as it is.
No, they're doing a great job. So yes, those that are blacked out that you see, they are completed. Their quals are done. those in green are currently playing at the moment. So once their session is done, they will be blacked out, and then they will put in their proper order. And then the next group, session 3, will be green, and so on. So you'll see that throughout the day.
Absolutely. But all these players well on their way. Fractal trying to get number 10 here, but we still have 50 minutes to go. And as people are pointing out, 17, it is on, but it's up to these players to keep that intensity up. And as I said, they are the best in the world, but they are only human. And although fatigue might not be setting in right now, you wonder in about 40 minutes from now where they're going to be and where their headspace is going to be as well. But that's why they're the best. They keep calm under pressure. Make sure to always keep that level head and to just keep doing what they do best, which is stacking and getting Tetrises. Nice J-tuck there from Meme Gets a Tetris. More than about 370,000 of Fractal right now. Dog cleaning up a bit of a messy board. Meanwhile, Andy will get a Tetris.
So again, one more time to clarify, we have in the green, those are the players that are currently playing right now, and the top 8 scores are what are showing at the moment. Those are the players in play, and those are your top 8 players with the most max outs and scores that are attributed. So they'll see that there, and then we'll have our regular seeds in there, and then the next group after that is what you're getting in sequential order. So that hopefully will clarify. There's been some questions in the chats there.
Yeah.
So don't worry, folks. You know, they're like, oh, why is it out of order? I don't understand. But we want to see the top 8 scores currently being played right now for ease of visibility.
Yeah, and I know there was a bit of confusion earlier, particularly about my qualifier, because it showed that I was blacked out for a while there. Oh, Fractal with a misdrop of that square piece, in a bit of trouble, trying to get the right pieces to get this brained out. Needs to get something over, but he's not going to, and Fractal's going to top out at 777. That is a kicker for him, but that is going to lose him some precious time.
You saw him there, Adam. He was fighting so hard to try to get out of it, to try to find a way to keep that run going, because you don't want to throw that out. That was
exactly
a 777, 77% of the way there. He was so close to the finish line. Can't do it. And now things are heating up, Adam.
Things are heating up.
Meme and Dog, still perfect throughout. They have the advantage over Fractal.
Absolutely. Now Fractal has to do it all again, but he has been relentless all session long, and he's still only 400,000 points down. So it's not impossible for him to catch this up, but it's going to be a massive undertaking. He's going to have to be so efficient. But so far, yes, it is advantage Meme and Dog right now. Dog actually takes the overall lead just about. There's only 200 points separating Dog and Meme right now. It is so close. Well, Andy on 553, still plugging away, getting those Tetrises, but at least for Andy in this four-way battle, things like that slip up from Fractal are going to be what he's depending on in order to sort of gain back some ground, but he has done exactly that, has already gained a little bit back on Fractal, has unlapped himself, so to speak.
So as players continue to get their journeys in, Matcherino, Adam, continues to grow. 13-17 now. We're making some headway, man.
We're making some headway. Absolutely.
We're getting it going. Shout outs to Gerhard, Skardvate. Well done by you. We got $25 in that contribution. We got Ondolak at $10 and Ikibert $12.37. So that all adds up.
Thank you.
13-17. Continue contributing, folks. You're doing a great job. Use that exclamation point Matcherino in most of our platforms that you can do that. That'll take you to our Matcherino link, and you can contribute directly there and help the players out. They get fully funded from that.
But yeah, as I was saying there, there was a bit of confusion earlier when it comes to my qual, and I know a lot of people in the chat as well as on Discord
please,
were
Adam,
kind of wondering about what happened to Adam Irish.
What happened to Adam Irish that he caused so much hectic problems for our stats team? How dare you, Adam? But explain yourself.
I apologize.
Marfram is with an earshot, ready to hear this.
All right, I will clarify. So what happened essentially is, right as I began my qualifier, I was just plugging away, getting some Tetrises when my console turned off and wouldn't turn back on. So, I mean, the whole team was trying to figure out what was going on. And essentially what happened, so it was grayed out because obviously I'd stopped. But we got everything back under control. It took 20 minutes, but we eventually got there in the end, and I was able to continue my qualifier. I was by a good distance the last one to finish, but I got finished in the end, and I got a score that I was reasonably happy with. Is it going to be enough to get into bronze? We'll see, but I would hope so.
Well, we'll see. If not, that's okay.
It's okay. I did my best, and that's all I can ask.
Yes. You have a lot of work to do tomorrow anyway. So.
Yeah, absolutely. more time that I'm helping out rather than playing Tetris.
Absolutely.
Oh, Dog didn't get that far all the way over, but it's still low enough to where he should be able to get something up. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Is there another chance to maybe try
He's going to have to try to chop it down.
Has to try and chop it, but that board is just creeping up and up and up, and Dog is not going to be able to do anything with it. 697. And that really puts Meme in a good position right now. She's still perfect when it comes to her games here on 893, looking for that max out number 10. Fractal's catching up to on 560, now back into second place.
An interesting
Gets
move
a Tetris.
Here. Yeah, interesting move here, Adam. You saw Dog. He ended up taking that as a kicker. He called over Burb and said, give me my score, take it.
So
that'll be a kicker for Dog. He didn't have anything, right? He's been perfect the whole way. So maybe that might be
a smart move.
A move to make in order to help ascend him into a different part of the seed. Right now he would be sitting at 4. He's got 9. Hydrant had 9. Hydrant had a 9-9-4 kicker, so that'll leave Hydrant still in that 3 spot. Dog will sit at 4, but Dog plenty of time, still 43 minutes to increase the max out counter.
Yeah, well, Andy is going to get number 9 there. Meme on 986, level 34, just plugging away, wants to just play this as safe as possible because, I mean, we just saw Fractal and Dog, even they had slipped up there and ended up topping out, but Meme's not going to have any such thing. Number 10 for Meme with 43 minutes to go. Still on incredible pace here, still on really good speeds, but the question is it going to be enough? We're going to have to wait and see, but just going right back into it. There's no breaks at this level. But right now, Dog on 146, just starting off again. Fractal's on 752, looking for number 10 as well.
So players are starting
and Andy's begun the journey as well.
Yeah, players are looking to see how much time remaining. So all around 42 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. 42 minutes and 30 seconds right there, Adam. We can see it on our screen.
Yes.
Players are asking for time checks with our judges, as they should.
Yeah, and this is where, as well, like, frustration is going to set in because now that some of these players have slipped up, they're desperately trying to claw back any advantage they can, try and get themselves up in the seeding. So, and it's only gonna get worse as time goes on. But these players know how to keep calm, and they know when and how to do what they do best. But right now, Fractal's gonna get a Tetris there, 885 closing in on number 10 right now. But yes, from this point on, they will have to, if any of these players want to get that lucky number 17, they will have to get a max every, I would say, 6-7 minutes or so. And we've seen them do that. We've seen them do exactly that, but to do that consistently 4-7 times in a row is going to be challenging. But if any players are going to do it, it is our CT1 players here in session 2. And Fractal's going to get number 10.
Well done.
Right back in the fight. Despite having that top out, now right back into it and catching up to Meme here. These two are only within about a minute or 2 of each other.
Yeah, so Meme has leapfrogged over Hydrant, who was sitting at number 3. Now sitting in that spot, Fractal will get to 10 as well. Get him ahead of Dog. So again, this is where things are going to start picking up and get interesting. Man, Adam, these next 40 minutes, this
Yeah.
is absolute drama about
This
to
is
happen.
absolute drama. And this is just qualifying. We got after this, we got a whole tournament. with
Yeah,
these-
imagine.
these-
Oh my word, I forgot about that. We got
Yeah,
a tournament
you would think that this is a tournament, it would be an action pack, but no, this is just the qualifier to get into the
Oh
tournament.
my word! And we still got even more bangers coming up. As mentioned, we've got Alex T, Blue Scooty, Dangler, and Cole will be on this CT1 for the world to see the defending world champion Alex T. Oh my word! He's probably sitting here watching this. He's like, bruh. Actually, I had a conversation with him yesterday because he was hanging out, and he's like, bruh, I'm gonna get #1 seed. I'm gonna just beat everybody. It's easy. I'll take on 1 versus 47.
I mean, when it comes to 1 versus 4, he did actually. There was something like that he did not too long ago. Not to, of course, promote myself again, but
Go ahead.
I do have an event, Tetris Boss Battles, where you have one of these grandmasters, these best in the business, going up against 6 players. Meme asking to play on it. I mean, Tristov right now is the current boss in Boss Battles, so you'd have to wait for him to lose that, but it is a really unique event, and that is kind of the thing. If you're someone at home who might dream of being on here on this main stage, but you might be a bit of a ways off in terms of skill, you don't need to. You can play against the best of the best. And it's always streamed on my channel. I have signups actually open right now on various of the Classic Tetris Discord servers, so you can go there. That's my plug done.
There you go. Shameless plug for Adam Irish Experience.
Shameless.
Yeah,
I'm just
absolutely.
horrible, aren't I?
Absolutely. You're in Marfram's ire for the qual nonsense. You're plugging your stuff on our CTWC channel.
I'm making enemies here.
Unbelievable. What do you next? Do you want a merch command too? Oh,
not yet. Not yet.
Exclamation point King merch. Hint it, nudge, nudge.
That's why they put us with each other. We're both as bad as each other when it comes to that.
I love how Adam's like we. I love how,
Yeah, we.
they put us together, right? Oh my word! Behind the scenes stuff going on live on stream. All right. Well, we got the drama unfolds here. About 38 more minutes left for our players. Dog, Meme, Andy. Currently underway on looking to try to get to max out more than halfway there, as you can see on the screen. They're crushing it. I'm trying to get back down that pace. Looking to hope maybe Meme gets a slip up. Give him the advantage to get right back on. You see Meme with the no. The facials and the reactions from these players, I love it, Adam. You know, it tells you how much they are really into this and what they're trying to accomplish and how important the seeding is going to be. Because outside of the top 8 spots, you know, there is a bye for top 16 as well.
Yeah.
But when you're in that 9 to 16 range, that round 1 match actually becomes a lot more difficult because of the caliber of players that go down from 17 to 48. There are no easy matches.
Yeah,
and in past
absolutely.
CTWCs, we have seen number 48 snipe number 17.
Of course. I mean, yeah, that's just what happens with these, because you might have someone undercall, you might have someone who can just come out of nowhere, and everyone has their rough patches or rough days, but I mean, at CTWC, I mean, you only get 1 chance. There's no loser's bracket or anything like that anymore, so you only get 1 chance. If you lose, you're gone. You are out of the tournament. But, yeah, I mean, as you said there, in that 9 to 16 range, it can be because you have so many amazing players that are going to be in that round 0. And, I mean, we'll wait and see what the end result ends up being in terms of who's going to be where, but you'd have to expect some players who might have been top 60. There's Dog with number 10. I mean, well, Meme is coming up on 11 here. On 963 right now, level 27. 36 minutes to go.
So we're almost 3/4 of the way done. About 6 minutes left before we go into the final quarter of this one. Adam's familiar with using the quarter phrase.
Yes.
Classic Tetris Wars.
Of course, of course.
So
I mean, I love my fractions.
apparently.
And there it is, number 11
Wow.
for Meme. And that's good enough, I believe, to put her in 2nd place.
That'll surpass Red Shirt, who is sitting at 10. He had the advantage at the moment because Meme has no kicker. She is 11 for 11. It's insane.
It is just. I'm like a broken record here, but it is just surreal, especially now, with just how many of these players are just going and just getting max out after max out after max out. It wasn't too long ago. It was probably only about 7-8 years ago where a max out was seen as just something like, oh my God, they got a max out. Now it's just, oh, another max out. No, that's number 11. There we go.
No, it's commonplace now. Right?
It's commonplace. If you don't a max out, like, what are you doing? What are you, Adam Irish?
We are desensitized to it now. It's crazy.
Like, if even King can get a max out, you can too.
I mean, there's slides that say that, right? And there's a max out for Andy. He'll get another one. Chalk it up there, Adam.
Yeah, there it is. That is going to be number 10 there. Andy is catching up to the rest of the pack.
Yeah, looks like number 9.
Number 9.
Yeah, 9 for Andy. Because you notice, again, reminder to folks at home that are watching, the top 8 currently playing right now will be at the top of the screen. So those are the ones that have the highest scores in this session. And then after that, you'll get the sequential order
and
of what's
Fractal,
there it is. Fractal
getting number 11, hot on Meme's heels right now. It is, again, so competitive between these two. It's going to go down to the wire, I think.
Man, this is crazy. 34 minutes to go. Insane. Love it, Adam. I love it.
I love it, too. I mean, this is, in terms of this session, all I could hope for and more. Nice adjustment there from Andy. Gets the Tetris, but now just has to try to get that long bar over, something over to the left-hand side to sort of stabilize the board, but has brought it back down and will easily get that long bar over. That's what level 18 can afford you. Fractal playing quite high, gets that long bar just in time. And gets that Tetris. Bit scary there for a second, but they're professionals.
Yes, certainly. Looks like we have professional commentary going on all over the place. You know, we've got
absolutely
CT2. Well, of course, you have us, Adam. We're the pros here.
We're the pros.
We're the pros. But they got a few other pros. You got a Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Chris Bidwell, and CT2 hanging out with a Game Scout. They're doing some great commentary on over there. And then you've got CT4 is a bunch of characters going on. Apparently, it's the dream team in Wiley and Mari, of all people.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it's a great field of commentators here, and of course, having character is important too. Like we're not always. There's a lot of different, and especially with me coming from the restreaming scene. I can hear the chants of CT4 coming from there as well. They got mentioned.
It's the party
they got their mention. They're happy. But yeah, it's a great atmosphere we got here across the board. And again, as has been said, we're CT1 to CT4 all on Twitch. But if you're on YouTube and you want to get more action, but you don't have Twitch, CT2 is over on CTWC Archives, the new channel. Not only, of course, is CT2 live on there, and you can see more players qualifying, but you can also get the archives of pretty much everything that there is to have about the Classic Tetris World Championships in many different areas, not just the World Championships, but all the regionals and other events that we have going on too. It's a great channel, a great resource that the Classic Tetris community has, and yeah, go check that out, especially with this on at the same time. If your 2 monitors or 2 windows open, more Tetris is more fun.
More Tetris than you can handle, Adam.
There you go. Didn't want to say it, you did.
There you go. We gotta, appease the crowd here.
As we're now approaching 30 minutes to go.
Dog is locked in right now, Adam.
On 7:55 right now. Again, just as a reminder to the people at home and what we're at, Meme and Fractal right now, they're both chasing their 12th max out of the session. Dog is closing in on number 11, and Andy is gunning to get into double digits as well to get number 10. And Andy will get a Tetris. Dog about 200 a bit, 1,000 points away. Doesn't get that bar flip, but will get that bar for a Tetris. Skims that T-piece and is set up again. Tetris for Fractal as well.
I'm enjoying the conversation that Meme and Fractal having. Like, you know, we're looking at a qualifying session where you're trying to focus and get as many max outs